Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, Friends Pride. In this video, I am going to teach you evolution and classification. Oh, okay. I know you all people must be knowing by now what is evolution, as I have already told you. So let's begin with this video. And if you don't know anything, or if you don't understand anything, if you are the first time viewer of this my YouTube channel, then you can go back and have a look on my previous videos in the hereditary and evolution chapter 9 class 10th. Okay, so let's begin. What is characteristic? Define characteristics. Characteristics are details of appearance or behavior. Okay, characteristics is a particular form or a particular function. Okay, in other words, it is a particular form or a particular function. It is just an appearance or a behavior. Like, for example, plants, all they appear is green, and what is the function or characteristic of plant is to do photosynthesis. So mainly the characteristic of plant is to do photosynthesis. The more characteristics the species will have in common, the more closely they are related. So we do the classification on the basis of their characteristics. We do classification of species, we group the species, we classify the species into similar group by the features that they have, by the characteristics that they have, or by their appearance or by their behavior. The more closely they are, the more they are related. Okay, the more recent they will have more common ancestor. Okay, now further, let's study what is tracing evolutionary relationship. So we trace evolutionary relationship by the help of studying homologous and analogous organs. Now what is homologous organs? The organs, those which have a similar structure but a different functions, are called homologous organ. Now students, please mark this, that homologous organ is very important topic of this chapter, because it is very much asked in the examinations. So it is very important. So what is homologous organ? Homologous organs are those which have a similar structure but a different function. Like in this diagram, you can see the human structure, 4 limbs. Okay, horse structure of the limb, then cat, then bat. These are this picture is from NCERT textbook of yours, so you can turn your pages of your book, so you will see that these structures are similar, and but their functions are different. Like bat uses its limbs for flying, human uses hand for doing the work, and horses uses it legs for running. So in this way they have the similar structure, but their functions are very different. So these organs are only called the homologous organ. And other example in case of plant is tendrils of pea plant and spines of barberry plant. So they both are modified leaves, but they perform different functions. Okay, now another very important is analogous organ. So it is also very important. It is always asked in the form of differences, homologous and analogous. So what is analogous? Let us see. Analogous organs are those which have similar function but are different structures and origin too. Like wings of the bat, wings of the birds, they all or wings of the insects, all are used for flying, but their structure is very much different. It is just opposite of the homologous organ. Analogous organ is just opposite of the homologous organ. In homologous we had same structure but different function. Here we have same function but different structure. The function is similar, that is used for flying, but their structures are very different. So similarly, in plants, the leaves of Opuntia and people, they perform the same function, that is photosynthesis. What is Opuntia? It is cactus. So the leaves of cactus and people plant, people leaf, they do the same function, that is photosynthesis, but their structures are very different. Like for people it is just like a normal leaf, but cactus is a modified stem. Okay. Then comes fossils. What are fossils? Fossils are the remains or traces of ancient life, okay, that has been preserved by natural process. It can be a skeleton to a tiny seashell. So these are imprints or the track. So what are fossils? Fossils are the imprints or the tract or trail, can also become fossil, like dinosaur footprints. These are all trace fossils. Okay, by studying the remains of life and traces it left behind, we can learn lot about how animals and plants lived and behaved millions of years ago. So why fossils are very important? Because it gives us the trace of ancient life that was there millions and millions of years ago. So these are fossil. Okay, now studying evolution by stages, that is our next topic. So evolution is a slow process, as we all know. I know you all know what is evolution by now. So evolution is a slow process and it does not happen just in a single day or overnight. It doesn't happen in a few seconds. It takes several years to change, and it changes bit by bit, little by little it changes. So evolution happens in several years. So the complexity do not evolve suddenly, but it evolves slowly and slowly by taking so much time. So this gradual evolutionary process is only called evolution by stages. Okay, now what is artificial selection? Sometimes a single species can evolve into several forms, several different species due to artificial selection. Like example, wild cabbage. It is a wild cabbage. Okay, so wild cabbage have evolved into very different forms of cabbage, that is cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage and red cabbage, due to artificial selection or selection of a single trait. Okay. Okay. Then what is molecular phylogeny? The evolutionary relationship among different biological species is called phylogeny. Like in the we have seen this cabbage example. So we can see there is a relationship between this all cabbage plant to the wild cabbage plant. So this is only relationship. So how it evolved slowly, bit by bit, slow, in a slow process. So the evolutionary relationship among different biological species is called phylogeny, means their relationship, which gives rise to an evolutionary tree. In molecular phylogeny, and how do we find this relationship? By studying the DNA sequences. Okay. Now, the last topic of this chapter is human evolution. So, humans are believed to be evolved from chimpanzees and other primates. Okay, they have their genetic connection with chimpanzees and other primate, and it has been believed that over 6 million years ago humans were like chimpanzees. Okay. While the complete evolutionary process of humans from other primates are still as a mystery, a large picture of human evolution has been formed. So it is also believed that human evolution traces back to Africa, and they have migrated all over the world from Africa. Okay, now we will see very important 2 marks question. Let us study a few important questions. Like it is mostly asked in exam that describe briefly 4 ways in which individual with a particular traits may increase in a population. इसका मतलब है कि हमें 4 वेज बताना है जिससे पर्टिकुलर जो इंडिविजुअल है वो अपना ट्रेट को और अच्छा बना सके पॉपुलेशन में. तो वो 4 वेज क्या क्या हैं? सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, ठीक है, क्योंकि सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन की वजह से वेरिएशंस आता है, एज आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड इन आवर प्रीवियस वीडियोस. ओके, देन द इंडिविजुअल विथ स्पेशल ट्रेट सर्वाइव द अटैक ऑफ देयर प्रेडेटर्स एंड मल्टीप्लाई वाइल द अदर विल पेरिश. Then third is genetic drift, which provides diversity without any adaptation. And then fourth is variation in the species may lead to increased survival of the individual. Okay, so this is the one of the important question. Another important question that is commonly asked for 2 marks is what is fossils and what do they tell us about the process of evolution. So what are fossils? Fossils are the remains of dead plants and animals which are buried under the rocks over millions of years ago are called fossils. Now fossils tells us about the process of evolution, and the fossils of different organisms have some features similar to one species, while some features are similar to the other species. In this way they show the link between the 2 species. They tell us that one species evolved from the other. So this is, and one more thing students, that whenever any questions of 2, 3 or 5 marks are asked in exam, please make a habit of writing it in point but not in a big paragraph, because points look very nice and neat, and it is easily and to the point answer is also very important. Okay, then let's see one 5 marks question which is very very much important. Please mark it tick because it is very much important. That is, distinguish between homologous organ and analogous organ. In which category would you place wings of birds and wings of bat? Justify your answer giving a suitable reason. So differences between homologous and analogous. So let's see what is homologous and analogous differences. First, they have same basic structure. Yes, homologous organs have same structure. In analogous, they have design. They have different basic structural design. Okay, structure. Then homologous organ performs different function. Analogous organs perform similar function. Okay, homologous organs appearance are different. Analogous organ have similar appearance. So these 3 you can write. For 3 marks also it can come, for 2 marks also it can come, or in the form of 1 marks definition it can also come, but it will definitely come in exam because it is one of the very important question. Then the second part of the question says that in which category would you place the wings of bat and the wings of bird. So wings of bird and wings of bats are analogous organs as they have different basic structural designs but similar functions. Okay, and perform and are similar appearance and perform similar functions. So this is very very important questions. So I hope you like the video, and thank you. If you have liked the video, please subscribe our video. Thank you.